Whew, what a day. As you will see later in this series, man, it's a much different video than when I started earlier out here filming. But for now, where we are in the series is the tedium of checking every card across eBay, CMC, and Beckett Marketplace, wherever I can find the best deal, because that tedium is also a bit of the thrill of the chase. Because when you can get an Andre Drummond that you only see in your normal place for $27 or $19, and you can get it for 10, and you start saving $20 at a time, that can build up into getting a Damian Lillard PSA 10 or a Kimball Walker in better condition than you want. And that tedium is also the thrill of the chase. And I think that part is wonderful. So that's kind of what this whole part is finding the best way, whether it be 20 from the same guy rather than 5, 4, 5, another 6 or 7, that'd be 20. And saving on the shipping because they're coming from so far away that you can get 2 or 3 more cards. But that tedium is part of the fun, and it can really come in handy later. So I hope you all dig this and see where I find my little wins in this. Appreciate it. Okay, so now we know that this is a feasible set that you can probably track it down. All right, now it's time to start buying. All right, we talked about budget, how you want to go. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go after some of the small stuff on CMC. But even before I do that, I'm going to check over on eBay. Still got this pulled up just in case. And I doubt this is going to work in this set. But sometimes if you type in lot, sometimes you'll see people selling big bunches at a time. That works a lot better with baseball and with new sets when people are getting rid of stuff and prisms, silver prisms, and lots. And there aren't any on this one. I'm not surprised at all because it's an insert set and it's an older set. But it's always worth taking a look and see if you can get a bunch at a discounted cost all at once. So, first thing I'm going to do before I go to eBay and have to pay shipping per each card, unless it's the same seller, which it looks like these are a lot of different type of pictures. I can look through here and see some of them look like it's the same seller. So let's just look. All right, so this seller at CMC, it's where I'm going anyway. Let's see, this seller CMC, this seller Zyko, this seller CMC. I was looking earlier and I'd see that some are not CMC, but they are like Burbank. Let's look down here, which is another great I've bought from them before. 77 Mad Dog has this one. Let's see about this one. CMC. It's hard to see. Usually I can see the CMC's insignia, but and you know it's them. There's Burbank. So it looks like we got a few different sellers out of CMC, but clearly CMC has got the most, and that'll help me. So I'll start there. And go back to CMC. Now I'll sort by lowest. And I'll go through and start picking these off. Now, one thing you got to be careful of and look, I don't want the purple set. We saw that that was one of the variations, the only variation in this one. But that's not really what I'm going for here. I just want the base set. So as I go through these, I'll need to check and make sure I'm not buying the purple one because then it's a waste. Also, what I'll do is I'll pull up my notes and knock this over on the side and try and eliminate these as I go. So sometimes you'll see Josh Smith here, and then you'll scroll down and you'll see Josh Smith at another price. So we want to make sure that we're not doing that. So let's just look. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the cart. And I'm going to look if they're two, they look basically the same condition. One, it's a cent difference. Maybe that one looks a little better. I'll add the cart. And I'm not buying them straight off. Right now, what I'm going to do is try and go through and pick the ones I like and put them in a cart and get a total. And that way I can see, okay, before I click buy anything, I'm going to look and make sure. See, that looks fine. And the good thing about CMC is they'll tell you if there's corner wear or surface wear or corner issue, anything like that, they'll have it in their notes. So let's go there. And then, so for Lawson, Smith, Scola, and Dragic. And see, 72. And I'll go through here and bold and italic. 35, bold italic. 90 and 57. 57, bold italic, and 90. I won't make you watch me do every single one of these. So I'll pause it now, and then I'll come back when I have them all in the cart, and we can see what the cost is for getting a bunch of the low number guys. And then, or the lower cost guys. And then also when I start to get up into things like this, like, okay, Dirk, $15. Kevin Love. Is Kevin Love really a $15 card? Let's look. Let's go and see eBay on some of those. I don't really want to pay $15 for Kevin Love stained glass, but let's see if he's in here. See, there's one for $9.74. That's CMC2. And like I was saying, some of these you'll find two of the same guy. And that's a purple for $17.79 on eBay, which is probably this one right here. So the purple's that, but later on there's going to be a Kevin Love or down in here for 10. So that's good, and that's exactly why I make sure over here I'm in good shape and not double buying or buying a purple. So I'll be back when the cart is full. So one thing that's really cool, especially as you get down in these $8, $9, $10 ones, right, where things can, you can say, well, okay, Austin Rivers, it's a rookie, so it might be worth $8, but Austin Rivers here is $8. So let me do this. Let me go look at what that would be on eBay. Okay, $14, $9, $3. But if you look here, the shipping $3.92 plus shipping is $7.92. This is $7.99 back on CMC. I'd rather just have that in the bulk shipping and stay with that instead of saving that 7 cents. Now, Brandon Jennings, not a rookie. That's an $8 card here. Do I really want to spend $8 on a Brandon Jennings? Let's go look and see what that's got on eBay. So I changed it to Jennings and see, look here, he's $1.50. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look and see who's the seller. Big Steve 37. Okay, awesome. I added that to my cart on eBay, and I'm still going to cross Jennings off my list because I'm going to go get it from him because that is a $5 difference plus the shipping. Now, I wonder if that guy's got any of these other ones once they get up higher. So I go to Kirk Heinrich. I definitely don't want to pay $9 for a Kirk Heinrich non-rookie stained glass, right? So $9. So let's look at Heinrich and see. So now Heinrich, here we go. He's $1.50, and from the picture, it looks like the same seller. So it is. So I add him to my cart, and now I'm going to get two for $3 in the same shipping off eBay that would have cost me 17 if I had done it back here. So once you get up here in CMC on some of these, when it's lesser players or guys that are long gone, like let's see if Jeremy Lin, then that's when I'll start saying okay. And I love Jim Moss. He's a good seller. He's got lots of good stuff. Let's see what Lin goes for here. Same one. So gonna have to bite the bullet on Lin. It doesn't look like it. There's an option. But the point is once it gets up a little higher, it's good to start looking once it gets over the $2 and $3 range. So just want to make sure we looked at that as I'm going through. Another interesting one that's come up I was looking at Andre Drummond here. It's his rookie, and it's $27. There's only one on TMC, and then I go here and I look and say, oh, there's one for 20, and it's $2 shipping. I'll save $5. But then sometimes you'll go down here and you look. So here's one for 12. It didn't pop up in my initial search, and you can see it's because it didn't say. Well, it should have. It should have popped up, but it's interesting. So let's click on that innovation stained glass. I'm not sure why I didn't. It could be sometimes that you. Oh, I know why. It's because I put 2012-13 and not 12-13. So playing with different versions of your search is key. You see the other ones disappeared and that one came up, but that's a lot cheaper. I mean, I'll save $10, $15 on that, and you'll see that searching 2012 13 12 13. Sometimes you take out innovation. People spell innovation wrong. Sometimes you take out. I would definitely take out stained glass because that probably will bring up. It'll bring up a lot more of them. 32 results because it's going to give you everything. But there's one, two, three stained glass there, right? So you've got to play with it a little bit to try and find the best deal. But to me, that's the thrill of the chase. That's the thrill of the hunt to be smart because I could pay 27.25 here, or if I mess around with that search a little bit, I can get it for 16 here. And that could be another common card down the road, or two or three common cards down the road that I am looking for. So don't be afraid to take your time. That's the whole thing about this. It's not about get the set as fast as you can, get it as well as you can.